But what up, my guys? It's the boy Richie. We are finally back at it with another 6v6 Pokemon battle for the channel against Hayden. Like, this is one of my favorite PokeTubers, and he is the person, one of three that actually got me into competitive Pokemon. Like, I watched his videos so much before I actually tried my hand at competitive Pokemon, but it was him, Shady Penguin, and I believe Weedle Twineedle. Like, those were like the three guys whose videos I just kept watching. And then I finally was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to do this. I'm gonna try to get into this. I'm probably gonna get rocked half the time, but we're just gonna see about it. But anyway, back to the battle. Like, this is just like a special Pokemon battle for me. He sent the tweet out, and I actually left my friends mid-fort match for this battle, so I didn't want to miss the opportunity or anything like that. So I was able to go ahead and get a Pokemon battle with him. He was looking for a PU battle. I had a PU team at the time. He had some pretty cool Pokemon on his team, like the little rock bug thing. Can't think of his name. He has a Rapidash, which is always cool. And the coolest Pokemon on his team, I have to say, is the Parasect, because I have not seen one of those. I don't even know what kind of set that Pokemon would even be running or anything like that. And, you know, looking at my team, I don't know, I just have some guys that I've used before. Like, I mean, I think these guys are all pretty cool, so I just kind of, I don't know, it was my PU Pokemon team at the time, so I would have battled them with any PU team that I had anyway. But anyway, we're just going to go ahead and hop into the battle. So, if you're ever battling me, I'm just going to go ahead and, like, put you on a little bit of game. If I have a Milk Tank on my team, 9 times out of 10, I'm starting out with the Milk Tank, just because I feel like he's such a great lead. No, I don't get like sticky webs or anything, but he does get rocks, and he has like a good, you know, he has some nice bulk to him. So I did actually get a little afraid because he started out with his Floof, his Primate, which is kind of expected, but I have a Haunter on my team, and 9 times out of 10 when you know, you send out like a normal Pokemon on a prime name or something and you have a ghost type in the back, they're not going to click the fighting type move, because then he's going to be locked into close combat, and then I'm going to have all that kind of momentum because he has to swap out and all that. But my opponent actually makes a really good play. I get my rocks up. While I get my rocks up, he U-turns into this rock bug thing, and I was like, yo, if this thing shell smashes on me, then that's already game. I blew my opportunity. So I don't even know what I was thinking. My thought process at the time was, I was like, he's going to shell smash, and I'm just going to go ahead and swap out into my Magmatar, which is really weird because he's a rock type. My guy is Choice Scarfed, and I was like, I'm going to hit this thing up with a very hard Focus Blast. And he actually uses the first turn to actually put Stealth Rocks up, and as you guys can see with the second turn, my Magmatar was just like the luckiest Magmatar in all of the land. Even though I missed my Focus Blast, he actually missed his Rock Blast as well, so that definitely would hurt my Magmatar had that connected. So I was like, yo, if this thing isn't shell smashing on me, I'm just gonna go in and hit my chin, because I can take those rock type attacks, because fighting type Pokemon just don't get hurt by rock type attacks like that. But as you guys can see, I was like, alright, time to go ahead and get some drain punches off. And it turns out he's not even sturdy or anything. Like, he's weak armor, which I believe brings down your Pokemon's defense and, you know, sharply increases the speed. So I was like, this can still kind of be a problem. I'm not really too sure where this is going, but I'm just gonna go ahead and stay in here and just keep hitting drain punches, because worst case scenario, he hits me with something and then I can just get some HP back and, I don't know, hit like a Mach Punch or something. But as you guys can see, he just goes for the spikes right here, which I was kind of confused, because I was like, you know, you wouldn't typically set up on a Hitmonchan because they all pretty much run like Rapid Spin or, you know, something like that, which I fully, you know, I had planned to do that. So he actually just stays in here and he just keeps going for his spikes and stuff, and now he has rocks, he has spikes up, and I was like, this would just absolutely be terrible for my team. Even if I have to sack my Hitmonchan off, like I have to get a Rapid Spin off. And as you guys can see, even after the 2 defense drops, he still is able to live a crit Rapid Spin, which I know it's not like the strongest move, it's not stab or anything, but I don't know, I thought he would have died. But I guess in the end, like, it really doesn't matter too much, because I do have priority, and, you know, even though he's like a super fast bug right now, I'm able to land a nice quick Mach Punch on him. So his Lasagna dies to my mac and cheese, and I'm just like, alright, this is pretty cool. So he actually sends in the Parasect right now, and I'm like, alright, let's see what this thing is about. I was like, I have Ice Punch, I'm not swapping out, and I am able to just go ahead and just KO this Parasect right off the back. So it is unfortunate that I didn't get to see what that Pokemon did, and it's very fortunate for me because I didn't pop its Effect Spore, which I'm assuming maybe that's what he had. Maybe he had like that dry skin that heals his HP with water moves, but I don't know. I know Effect Spore has definitely got me bodied in the past, so I was lucky that that didn't happen, but it really didn't matter in the long run because he sent out this Charlie, his Rapidash, and just will-o-wisp my Hitmonchan anyway. So now my attack isn't hurting, and I'm like, my Hitmonchan's just doing absolute work to my opponent's team right now. I was like, I can probably live like a Flare Blitz or a Wild Charge, whatever this thing wants to do. And as you guys can see, I just was completely wrong, and my mac and cheese got fried right here. It was a critical hit, but I mean, honestly, my Hitmonchan might have died anyway. Like, I don't really know, but I mean, my guy is definitely dead. But I do have a Choice Scarfed Magmatar, and if he decided to swap out, I still have my rocks up. And I don't believe he has a spinner. I mean, maybe it was like the Komala or something. That's what I was thinking at the time. So I was like, I'm just going to go ahead and hit this thing up with a nice Thunderbolt. Maybe he thought he would get like a last-ditch effort Wild Charge on me, but that's not the case. But since I was faster than his Rapidash, my opponent, Hayden, makes a pretty good play. He goes into his Electros. Of course, I'm not going to stay in here and, you know, hit an Electros that is probably Assault Vest with Thunderbolts or anything from a Magmatar. Like, that'd just be absolutely silly. So he actually just Volt Switches out of here, which is definitely the right play. He hits me super hard. Like, my guy, it's a Milk Tank. Like, these things have that nice natural bulk to them, and that hurt me so much. Like, that took off almost more than half my HP. So he does go back into this Primeape, and I was like, alright, he's not falling for my games again. He's 100% clicking close combat. I'm going into Haunter. As my opponent just hits the U-turn, and I was like, dang, I could have got a Milk Drink off, and that would have been just absolutely amazing for me. Luckily for my Haunter, this Pokemon is not like the most defensive thing, but like, I don't have Eviolite or anything on him. I have a Choice Scarf on him. So I was like, luckily, you know, that doesn't hurt my guy too much because of that poison typing on him. But he sends back out this Electros, and I'm like, you know, Haunter is not trying to die to this thing while my opponent still has that Hitmonchan, just in case he like has to lock himself into the close combat or something. Like, Haunter would just be absolutely amazing to have on the team. But I swapped back out into Milk Tank, and I definitely was not able to live a Thunderbolt. So my guy did just drop there, but I was like, you know what, it's kind of whatever. I have my Magmatar. Magmatar is trying to come back out here and get his second KO of the match. I'm just going to hit this thing up with Flamethrower because I thought kind of at this point that this thing was Choice Scarf just because he's hitting me so hard. And I was like, you know what, it's time to get out of here. I hit this thing with a second Flamethrower, and as you guys can see, he lives on like 1 HP, and he's able to fire back another Thunderbolt, and he's just putting in absolute work to my team. So my Magmatar is just going to go ahead and drop right here. That's just, I don't know. But he still did, you know, he did what he needed to do. Magmatar, he didn't really have too much of a place in this battle anyway at this point. So plus I have Leafeon in here, and I'm like, alright, it's time to get it popping. Time to get this thing knocked out. Whatever comes out was just going to get knocked off. So I was kind of okay with whatever play he wanted to do. So now he sends out this Komala, and I'm like, alright, I'm just going to go ahead and Sword Dance up. My Leafeon doesn't really have too much like defensive investment. I think he has like 4 points, but I was like, I feel like he can take an attack from this thing as long as he's not, you know, Choice Band Sleep Talk with, you know, Last Resort on him. And as you guys can see, my opponent Hayden actually is Choice Band Sleep Talk with the Last Resort on him, and he just absolutely bodies my Leafeon. Like, did you guys see how fast my HP just went down? Like, that's absolutely wild. But the good thing about this is that if that's his only moveset, then he can't even touch my Haunter. So me knowing that he's just going to have to be forced to switch out of here unless he wanted to take like a whole bunch of Sludge Bombs or something like that. I knew he'd go into the Primeape, and I figured, you know what, this thing's Choice Scarf. I'm okay with making the barter. I'm okay with swapping my choice specs, giving this Primeape, you know, some nice new glasses, and taking the scarf from him. So now that I'm super fast, I am just gonna go ahead and fire off a Dazzling Gleam. Felt like it was my best play. Didn't want to hit him with like, I mean, I don't know. It just kind of made the most sense. Like, I'm not gonna hit this thing with a Shadow Ball or anything. Lock myself into that. So my guy is just super fast out here. His last Pokemon is the Kamala that can't touch my Haunter. So initially, you know, this battle's pretty much over, and you know, since he was taking a whole bunch of battles at the time, Hayden did decide to just go ahead and forfeit. He is very busy, so I was able to go ahead and leave this battle with a nice, I believe, 2-0 victory. Like, I didn't get to use my Floatzel this match, but anyway, I mean, this battle, I kind of got really lucky earlier in the battle. Like, he missed those two rock blasts. Like, that was very unfortunate. And I don't know, sometimes I feel like this the luckiest Pokemon battle ever because Hax is always on my side. But anyway, if you guys are still watching at this point, thank you so much, because, you know, I definitely enjoy all the views. I enjoy all the likes that I get and all of that. Like, you guys already know I'm super humbled by it. Like, I love it so much. If you guys did enjoy the video, I would definitely appreciate the like. If you guys aren't subscribed and are looking forward to my future Pokemon battles, definitely go ahead and sub to me, because I will have some more coming out. If I don't have them tomorrow, I'll have them at some point. Like, I'm not stopping this because I enjoy it too much. But anyway, thank you guys. I will catch you guys in the next vid. Peace.